I pulled Reese into my arms and kissed him soundly in the shadowed and underkept courtyard. Have I told you lately how much I love you and how proud I am of you? I love you too. Reese nuzzled my nose. Proud of me? You've worked so hard to change your outlook. It's not been easy to learn that you didn't have the perfect family, but you're learning to accept imperfections as unique and beautiful instead of pushing them away or hiding them. You're changing and becoming even better than the man I first fell for. Reese smiled and kissed me. I've had a good role model and teacher. The evening of our official unveiling came about a month later. The rest of the guys had added their additional lighting, and most of the vandalism had died down. 2 teens had been caught with spray paint bottles recently, and the cops were hoping the kids would rat out on their accomplices. The crime watch was still being extra vigilant, but most of the affected businesses had also added lights and removed obstacles. Most of us were feeling like we could breathe a little sigh of relief. Once Reese and I had decided to fix our lighting issue with an artistic piece, we'd spent a couple days hashing out ideas before settling on 2 pieces that would allow us to showcase our talents. The final products were gorgeous and meant a lot to both Reese and me. Our friends, family, fellow business owners, and even a couple of local news channels gathered around as dusk turned to dark. Thank you all for coming. You had to know that Benji and I couldn't pass up an opportunity to tackle an art project, so our lighting fix took a little longer than normal. Reese smiled and took my hand. As you will see, our light display is a large silver and gold flame with several internal lights that not only flood the area with light, but also shine brightly on our wall. Once we turn on the lights, you'll find that our wall showcases several images portrayed in varying shades of silver and gold, outlined in black, along with the silver and gold creative logo and a couple inspirational quotes. When the silver and gold flame was switched on from inside the studio, a collective gasp came from the crowd. I admired the glowing flame and studied the mural Reese and I had worked so hard to create. Same but different. Different but the same. Gorgeous, sprawling images of items that fit the theme. Nails and screws, a horse and a donkey, a pen and a pencil, a marker and a crayon, a brush and a comb. The entire wall was filled with items such as these. The silver and gold creative logo was prominently placed along the top left edge of the wall. 2 quotes that spoke to Reese and I were in the spotlight. What we reach for may be different, but what makes us reach is the same. Mark Nepo. And, whatever our souls are made of, yours and mine are the same. Emily Bronte. The project had started as a way to bring light and curb vandalism, but it had turned into so much more. The wall and flame were artistic representations of Reese and I coming together, imperfections, and how similarities and differences should be celebrated and are beautiful. Reese and I took a few moments to answer questions for the reporters as their cameras focused on the art pieces. I had a feeling Bodhi had called the news channels. I wasn't going to turn down free publicity. As the crowd mingled, Reese and I stood quietly to the side and admired our friends, family, and fellow business owners. Thank you for teaching me that our same and different is beautiful, and our imperfections are what make us absolutely perfect, Reese whispered at my ear before kissing my cheek. Thank you for being you, for loving me, imperfections and all. I squeezed his hand. I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life being your perfect imperfection and loving you. Reese put his arm around me and pulled me close. I think that can be arranged. We spent the rest of the evening visiting with friends and celebrating the beauty of same but different, different but the same.